Hello YouTube, hello Twitch. It's some more Twist. I've not played for a little bit, but I finally assembled almost all the cards I wanted for this discard Demons deck, which is actually apparently running amok in Wild right now, enabled solely by this location, the Chamber of Viscidus. Now, discard Warlock has been a package that's been tried to be pushed by the Hearthstone team for quite a while, but it's never come to fruition because discarding a random card is brutal, because if you hit a card that you know is a key card, you know, like Lord J of the BL, then womp womp. They eventually added cards, you know, where it was like discard your lowest cost card, and still the deck didn't see play. However, Chamber of Viscidus has changed all of that, because you get to choose the card you get to discard, which suddenly changes everything. Literally everything is changed by this targeting a card, because you can select your, you know, your Silverware Golems, your Fists of Jaraxxus, and yeah, you can just select your discard cards like this and discard what you want and get the effect of the discard on those cards, which is pretty good, honestly. It also then, not only does it do that, it draws you 2 additional cards, which you've got Malchezaar's Imp. It's 3 cards, so it basically replaces itself. So the whole concept of this deck, and this was, it runs amok more in Wild, where there are a few more options than it has been in Twist, where there's a smaller pool, obviously. The name of the game, though, is getting out this Tiny Knight of Evil, who is anything but a tiny knight. He's actually a fucking huge schlong of a knight. You put him out, you discard a ton of cards with Viscidus, stuff like Dark Bargain, and this thing can grow out of control, especially if you want to do like a Demonfuse on it or something, and your opponent can't deal with it. Then after, you know, just smacking them in the face and drawing through your entire deck, you can play like stuff like the Doom Guards to charge your opponent's face, Chagall to get some of these cards back in to again give you some more value, and then I've got a few additional like little chef kiss touches in there. I've got in Lord J of the BL, as I mentioned before. At the very least, this card at the end of the game is 9 mana, gain 5 health, deal 3 damage. There is sometimes a point in this discard demon deck I found that if you're going to like your last 5 cards, you kind of don't want to draw anymore. At that point, I just slap Lord J on and just hope those like final 2 or 3 turns, even in the fatigue area, maybe pushing the button and getting a 6/6 is enough just to take you over the edge. So I threw in Lord J of the Burning Legion. I'm also missing a Dark Bargain in my collection, so I would have 2 Dark Bargains. Instead, I put 1 in the Siphon Soul. I don't think the Siphon Soul is optimal. I definitely prefer to have another Dark Bargain, but in case you're wondering, that is why that changes in there. Other than that, I think this deck list is about as good as I could come up with for this mode. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to see how Discard Demons plays out. I'm expecting decent things. Now, the Twist meta has somewhat settled, and I will say at the rank that I'm at the moment, which is, you can see is Plat 6. Where is this deck, by the way? There it is. At this rank, you see almost exclusively Cthulhu Rogue and N'Zoth Warrior. I think part of the reason N'Zoth Warrior is seen is because it a lot of the deck lists for N'Zoth Warrior put bombs in your deck, and that kind of counters your draw cycle. And I think Cthulhu Rogue is seen because it's a pretty cheap deck list. That is kind of disgusting. I think I sack one of the chambers still. I really want something that I want to draw. Well, Lord J, I'm sorry, but you're probably going to be donezo.
You are not the boss of me.
At the very least, it's going to force a spell out, never mind. So they're going to kill it, but not before I get my wicked way. I think I don't want Dark Peddler here. I'm going to keep Lord J for the dream that Lord J can come good. Didn't get Tiny Knight, sadly. Coin Flaming, baby. Sure. I should have considered coin Imp there, actually, to draw 4 cards instead. Oh, wow, they had Lightning Bolt in hand and left Imp up. Interesting. I don't think this is worth a dark bargain. I think this is a rare push the button case. Okay, now we have some spice. Knight plus Imp plus button. Plus a Soulfire, maybe? Actually, I think I should do it this way round. Well, oh well. And now the question is going to be, how does that deck deal with my deck? Oh, by the way, Silverware Golem. Nice card to discard. This is now a 7/6. Turn 4, by the way, and if I had this in hand, I could have done that earlier. Okay, they have Devolve. That's a pretty good answer. I think it's an extremely good answer, in fact. Right. Do I want to... I mean, I think I still want to just keep discarding, but maybe I want the Tiny Knight here first. What's in my Dark Peddler? Soulfire. Sure. I'll womp womp. And you are a demon, so... get Demonfused, and let's keep the pressure up. This deck is basically an aggro deck at the end of the day. As long as I don't discard Chagall as well, I'm getting these cards back that I've discarded, so... okay. I think we do want to do that. Draw a Darkbomb. Let's get rid of this one. They haven't ever suggested they're going to go wide. But I'd like that just in case they do. And this is a really nice hand now. Tiny Knight into... oh, it's Jade, okay. Tiny Knight into Crystalweaver plus Void. Yeah. Yeah. Fixed? Nice. Perfect. Face is the place. We probably going to have a lethal next turn, we'll see. Doomguard is going to discard 2 cards, which will make Tiny Knight of Evil +4/+4 if they don't kill it. Devolve would be a good answer if they've got Devolve again. But if they Devolve, I think I'm going to Chagall. Does that save you? You're a 10 attack minion, it does not save you.
You would make a siphon me.
That seemed very fair, honestly, if you ask me. Now, there's been a lot of calls to nerf this location. I would not be shocked if it gets nerfed on the next patch, so if you want to play this deck, I'd play it now. I don't know exactly what they would do to the location. Someone said that you should change the location uses and the cost so it becomes a 3-mana location with 2 uses. I think that would be a reasonable place to start, because I think even on 2 uses this is still too good. Oh, snap, it's the mirror. Probably. We definitely don't want Doomguard. Voidwalker into Demonfuse. Voidwalker into Dark Peddler. Maybe. I'll see. I think if this stays up with Demonfuse, that's probably the better tempo play. Turn 2, going a 4-6. Well, 4-5, I suppose, after all said and done. Pretty good. Do you have to say? Oh no, they have Cthulhu. Alright, hello. I can't help but think that it's not the best way to play this, but we'll see. Darkbomb? Alright, fair enough. Come on, Tiny Knight, just live. That I do not care about. You are now in a world of hurt. We don't need Darkbomb. This is actually pretty useful in case we do summon a ton of little dudes. It's turn 4. I have 11, 10 on the board. Again, seems fairly fair. Oh, it's Control Warlock. Is this lethal? No, 11, 10. I can put him on 5 health. But I think it's not the right play. Why do I not think it's the right play? I think the thing that's concerning me is that... Actually, it's not concerning me. I take it back. Just send it. The thing that's concerning me is they probably have, if it's Control Warlock, single target removal. But I think for 5, they can't deal with both of them. So even if they heal for 2. And this is deal to a character, so... Honorable defeat. A dishonorable victory, though, is what I'll say. I feel like this deck is... It leaves you a little bit dirty. A druid. I will say it. Interesting. In the whole... I might keep Soulfire here, actually, for the Tiny Knight. During the whole time that Twist has been out, I don't think I've seen Mage once yet. Now, I assume that's because Mage is not particularly strong right now for the Twist sets out. Still, it's a little bit sad. Oh, thank you. Are you going to deal with that, or have you done a dumb? I think my opponent has done what we in the business like to call a dumb. I really want to hit the golem here, but well, womp. Either way, Druid is kind of fucked at this point. Because I had the coin, so they can't swipe this thing. I might even dark bargain one minion here. Just to get this out of swipe range, because it's only swipe that can deal with this. It's turn 3, by the way. It's turn 3. I did the 11-8 on the board. I'm not saying Tiny Knight of Evil is a little bit overtuned, but you might want to take the nitrous off him and the turbo and, you know, all that jazz that you put on your cars, the big exhausts, the booming stereo. You might want to remove a few of those things. The lowered suspension. Okay, this is the match I'm really interested for, assuming it is N'Zoth Warrior, which I think it will be. I don't know how N'Zoth Warrior matches up against this deck. I assume favorably. And do I hard mulligan? I think I'm going to keep the Dark Peddler. Not a good hand. But if I draw a 2-drop, it's a good hand. I have 3 2s. I think I'm going to just coin immediately. That's probably not going to come off. Probably Lepinome. It's fairly close, but... I was going to say, the Warrior deck has a decent amount of removal, so... I think next turn we're looking at Flame Imp plus Demonfuse. But they might have me here. They've had a good start. If they've got Shield Slam, that will kill the Flame Imp. So maybe I play this a little bit more cautiously. Play it a little bit more slowly. Okay, we're going to accelerate next turn. I just need to bait out as many cooldowns as I can. So this will go to a 5, then discard a card. To a 7. So we'll get Shield Slammed, but... something has to be Shield Slammed eventually, right? If it lives, Doomguard will do some pretty good work, but I don't think that's living. I'd be stunned if this lives. But I think it would have died at 7 as well. But maybe I should have just done that, gone all in on it. Because really all I've done now is offer the Imp and the Tiny Knight. Okay, they did have the Shield Slam, so we made the right play. But we're gonna get the... we're gonna get a poor outcome, I think.
I have no time for games.
Oh, wow. Hello, Sylvanas. Huh. That's interesting. What if I do this, though? Will that make you sad? I don't know. I need to draw cards. Get rid of this. There's the Imp. Alright, whatever. So the way this has now worked is that Sylvanas, if it can get through the 1-3, might grab something not super good. That's the dream. Okay, they're going to slowly chip away at this board now. Fair. This feels reasonable. Please, for the love of God, don't hit Doomguard. Okay, Lord J, goodbye. I put it all on the table. If they have Brawl, I'm in trouble. They have Brawl. They don't have Brawl. Win the 50-50? No! Didn't win the 50-50! They're so lucky. I say they're so lucky. I feel like they misplayed that, but maybe they didn't. Oh. I pushed the wrong button. I was meant to play the knight first. Alright. Listen, it's variance. Variance, variance, variance. Literally, the other way around, we win. I will say as well, if we did actually play the Tiny Knight in the right order, we still would have lost. They would have killed me with my own Doomguard too quickly. Right, let's get revenge on the warrior. I think for the matchup to be favourable for me, I have to get off to an explosive start. Which we didn't really before. I played it a bit too slow. But again, they had shield block, shield slam. They had the weapon in hand. You know, it happens. Do I risk the one drop here? I know they have the coin. So I think the answer to that question is no. And I'm glad I didn't. They always have Fiery War Axe, I swear. The next turn is really good. You know when I said fast start? Well, this is going to be a fast start.
Armor made to fit.
Armorsmith, interesting. I've not seen people running Armorsmith. I suspect because it's too slow, but we'll see. I might have... Maybe I should have got rid of a Demonfuse then. Because that other one was a discard synergy. And all they're going to do now is 1-4. Well, they were going to do that anyway, whatever. If they take 5 to the face, so be it. Alright, they had double slam. No, slam execute. After casting another spell, give it 1 health. I basically picked that because it's a demon, and it's probably going to live because it's stealthed. So Demonfuse will hit something next turn. I don't think it's a particularly good warrior list, from what I've seen so far. Famous last words. I think they're going to play more minions. Should probably have done this as well. Actually, no, this was fine on the order. Nice, good fist. Damn good fisting there, Jaraxxus. Well done. Is that all? Nope. Execute. Okay. It's fine. Use execute on a 1/1. Hit Golem, please. Reasonable outcome. I think I'd prefer Lord J to have been discarded then. That's bait. I don't need to hit that. The game's going to end before that. If I'm really confident I don't need Lord J, I should discard him now. Darkbomb, Darkbomb. That's better. Only a little bit better, though.
Charge forward! The fight calls me! Everyone, get in!
Alright, I see what's going on here. Interesting. Foolish, but interesting. This deck has a lot of reach. I wouldn't leave myself in 4 health. But maybe they didn't have an option. I feel like they could have played that better, though. Oh well. 4-1. Nope. I just realized I'm doing the wrong score. My bad. There you go. Not 1-6, 4-1. I just looked at my preview monitor and was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a 4-1 to me. Whoops. Wait, where are the 2 score text on here? What's going on? I didn't notice. Let me remove that one. I had one called score and one called win-loss. Whoops. Druid. I'm okay with this start. Again, it's a bit of an experience with the deck. I've only played it a little bit, and in fact, I've not... This is like the first time I played it with the full set of ensemble of cards I wanted in the deck. Well, nearly full, sorry. I didn't want Siphon Soul, but... it really... I don't know how hard I want to mulligan in this deck. For your location. What is going on here? Coin, Innovate, Jade Blossom. They really wanted the ramp. I wanted to smash. Funnily enough, actually, from the previous excursion with this deck, I actually have put Jade Blossom back into the deck again. Not because I wanted the ramp, I just wanted another Jade Golem enabler. Let's do a Dark Peddler here, because I want to be more mana efficient. Destroying a Murloc, that's not going to happen. It's not going to be good to die horribly. Honestly, Weasel Tunneler. Yo, we'll trade into the 1-1 and maybe ruin one of their draws in the future. I love the art of this card. Oh wow, they're running Mulch. That's a pretty good card for me. Sadly, it's probably going to get discarded at some point, but... How's my hand? I guess my hand's so bad because I've got a Siphon Soul in it. Man! I got rolled on this turn. I'd like to Soulfire it. Alright. Yeah. That was the one I really didn't want it to hit, sadly. Oh, I say that. It was probably one of the worst things it could hit. I'd probably prefer to get the Doomguard too.
Golems are a girl's best friend.
I just can't get my discard lovers. I need to play this a little bit slower, I think. I just had a really bad opening hand. Didn't get Tiny Knight, didn't get Imp, and I've just used all my discard cards. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Do I try... Actually, do I use Doomguard? No, I use Dark Bargain. And I think I do it in... I do it in this order. Punished. I was like, Doomguard would be a nice keep, but we could get it back with Chagall, and we're approaching 8 mana, and I might just need the value of Chagall. I need more discarding, please, game. Alright, get punished, me. It all have to go face. Not swipe. That's okay. Not the dream. But this is why we put Lord Jane's in the deck. To finish off games like this, where stuff went horribly wrong. Yep. Start smacking him in the face, and hope the button is good enough.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Interesting idea to put Gadgetzan in that deck. Actually, it's a really good idea. Why did I not put Gadgetzan in that deck? You don't have lethal. Although you are setting up for lethal now. 1 in 4. That's the worst one. That wasn't Lord J's fault of the BL. That was just an awful draw. Possibly like the worst possible draw. Didn't find the location. Didn't find my Malchezaar imps. Wow. They had like the best draw they could have. Literally every single turn they played a J Druid, I think. Did they play a J Druid on like every single turn? Now that I think about it, did they? They played 1-on-1 and ramped. Did they on 2? I don't remember. Now this is a hand. I'm pretty sure they did it on 3 and 4. I think Tiny Knight on curve is better than Imp. We can always wait for Imp for the location to reproc. The sooner this comes onto the board, the better. Maybe I don't rush that as well. Maybe I didn't need to coin. You're gonna get as much value as I can. They traded their Acolyte for draw 2 cards. Fair. That's the worst options I could have. I think we'll get rid of the Soulfire and pray that Chagall can be good for me in the future. Okay, they did have backstab. I thought they'd have something. Still, had to put some pressure on. Man, that's a really good get for them now that I think about it, because they just want to draw all their cards. Oh my god. Like, how have you drawn the entirety of the early end of your deck? Literally every single card. It's crazy.
You are not the boss of me.
This is a game that I'm not going to need the Lord J in. He's just not going to come up. And I don't think this is worth dark bargaining, so... we'll give him one of these and see how they react. I guess part of the reason that how they've drawn... oh my god. Wow. They've drawn their entire early part of the deck is that they are drawing... no. Basically a card a turn, an additional card a turn when you average it out. By the way, that card needs nerfing. I think along with this location, I hate this J Telegram. It's horrible. Pray for RNG. Okay, we lost Chagall. It happens. Do I trade the 3-3? No. Face his place. That's a pretty good get. Let's... First and foremost, we should discard this. Nope, I've misplayed. Well, we'll just go with it now. Never mind, not punished. Well, kind of punished.
Voidwalker, ring ring.
Whoops, I did not realize how that card worked. Well, this one is a user error game again. I thought you got as many 1-3s as the opponent had minions. I didn't realize he just equalized the board. The only thing I'll say is I thought it was Cthulhu Rogue, but I don't think it is. As they've not played a Cthulhu card yet.
Buying or selling. Why do you call?
You found
I think I'm kind of all in-ish. If they clear me again, they win. But I want to have a little bit of hope.
What lurks?
Oh my god.
Balance in all.
Well, at least it wasn't straight into Fan of Knives, which I thought was what was incoming. Nope, never mind. They'll just find the answer. I didn't hit the best two minions they could have hit. Location, please. Well... Charge... does help. I just need to keep this guy up and then pray. But I don't think it helps. I'm just not going to draw enough cards.
Let the pain speak to me.
fools. I'm not just a scarab.
Ah! I don't have an answer for that. Well, never mind, I didn't hit it. Oh, never mind, he did that, of course. Other card, by the way, that needs nerfing. This one. Get rid of it, please. It's not well thought through. Pain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I need to trade two things.
A paltry task.
Well,
They had lethal. They probably still have lethal.
Who goes there?
Man! I swear we had like 3 unbelievably unlucky games. There's my location, thank you. To be fair, I only had 2 cards left in my deck, but 4 and 3 with this deck is really disappointing. To be fair, we went up against Warrior. Although we beat Warrior one time. I think the Warrior deck has a good matchup into me. I don't think the Druid should have done what they just had a fucking miracle draw. And I guess the Rogue got a huge advantage from copying my location and then just drawing a shit ton of cards. Retrospectively, I don't think Lord J is actually good enough. I kind of figured that, you know, there's a core part of this deck that kind of doesn't matter, because you can just discard the other ones. And I thought, maybe I can slide Lord J in here just to finish some people off. It's just too heavy, though. Occasionally, it's too much. Maybe even just running the Fellstalker instead for another discard card would have been better. In fact, I think I probably would have made those changes. I think I'd take Siphon Soul and Lord J out and just put 2 Fellstalkers instead. Or a Fellstalker plus a Crystalweaver. The card I really want, though, is Dark Bargain. I just don't have a second copy of it. And I think with that, I'd run another Dark Bargain, and maybe I'd run a Crystalweaver. I'd have to see. Anyway, YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, why not leave a like and subscribe? Everything helps me out. And I'll see you on the next part, where I may revisit this deck. We'll see. Goodbye.